Don't know where to go to get the right lighting, but hey, black is beautiful. So, family, I just was touched to and moved to come on here and speak. Even though, you know, whatever. But in regards to Breonna Taylor, family, we know, you should know that this is not over yet. That it has just begun. Do you think they have the final say on this matter? You think that their decision is just an open and closed case and all we have to do is riot in the streets now because that's the decision and it's been made and it's done and over with? No. I think you have to realize that white people, they always think they're superior. They're not the highest court in the land. In everything, like, they still have supreme on this place, and it's always usually majority white people on it. And for the longest time it has been, you know. The first black supreme judge said that he realized that the Klan members don't wear hoods anymore. They wear black robes. I'm telling you, and that hasn't gone away. You know, just because people are more covert and they lie to your face, that doesn't mean you have to believe their lies. You have to use your discernment. You can't just be trusting of people and their words. They call themselves the Supreme Court. They named that when it was all white members too. They feel like that should say a lot right there, but they're not the Supreme. They think they're the highest court in the land. They're not the highest court anywhere. They're not the highest court in Milwaukee, okay? This is, yeah. We know who has the final say. We should know how this is going to go. Who has the final decision? And he's made his decision already. It's being carried out as we speak. The Most High. It just takes time, but trust me, beloveds, it's coming, you know. I feel like instead of rioting and tearing and burning stuff up, which I don't care if I don't care if people do it or not, I understand, so I don't care, I won't stop you. I do care, I do think it's wrong if you burning up black businesses. Instead of burning up the black businesses or any other businesses, we should destroy them by supporting the black businesses and boycotting their biggest businesses. I'm telling you, like, we spend trillions of dollars a year, just us alone, on these products, on stupid products that we don't even need. And we primarily spend it with white people. Imagine if we pulled that money back and put it in ourselves, like, we wouldn't be so broke. You know, look and fly. But in reality, bro, I just meant that within our own communities, we would grow and blossom into a superpower. Like, if you do the math, like Tone Talks does it, like each black household is worth less than $1 right now, less than $1 if you do the proper math. It's just sad because we're giving our money away to all these white people, like, and we want to talk about what our ancestors wanted and what they died for. They died so we can build ourselves up and stop supporting white people to get away from their rule and from depending on them. That's what they died for. So if you're not gonna, abide by what they wanted in that regard, don't abide by it when it comes to voting. Voting for the president isn't going to work. They already selected, they make their selections, and then they let us elect them, even though we saw last time by 50 million votes. And like, read what the Electoral College is for. They think that the public isn't smart enough to really pick a president. But what it really is that they want to have control over who's going to become president. The Republican Democrats, they two feathers of the same bird. Birds of a feather flock together. They just have different ways on how they want to execute their white supremacy and keep it alive. But they're all the same. They're one of a kind. They're two of a kind. And so they both want to argue and go back and forth. One wants to rule the other, but they're siblings. I'm telling you, neither one will benefit black people whatsoever. We just need our own party. We need a black party. Like, we wonder, like, we gotta stop doing the same thing over and over and over for decades and centuries and thinking that it's gonna work. Like, sure, there's some white people who are cool, but I'm just telling you, like, the collective, the majority, which is all that matters to me. That should be all that matters to anybody, not the couple of white friends people that are cool. They don't represent the majority. The racist ones represent the majority. So we need to stop. We need to be more exclusive. We need to focus on ourselves, build ourselves up. Everybody else is exclusive, and they're doing better than us. Like, you want to be an idiot and want to keep continuing to let people come in, appropriate, steal, kill, destroy you, then you just do that. You anti-black if you do that. If you're pro-black, you will be exclusive to black, okay? You want to see your people thrive. You want to see us survive. You not just survive, but thrive and live. And we can corrode them away if we stop spending so much money with them. Like, why do you think they burned down Black Wall Street? We were doing better than the surrounding white communities. We were one of the best thriving communities in America at the time. That Rosewood, it was a multitude. They burned down like 20 cities, like all majority black with tens, some hundreds black businesses in those cities alone, and they were doing better than the white counterparts, the neighboring ones. Why do you think they burnt that down? And we just gonna be like, okay, we'll just bow down to you, master. Yes, okay. No, we need to defend ourselves if they come with that. We need to not burn, but we need to strike back and defend ourselves. They weren't prepared. Our ancestors weren't prepared for the attack. Like, they didn't see that they were still in war times. Like, we in war times now. They were really, it was so blatant back then. I'm just like, I don't see how you don't become justifiably racist, if you want to call it that, at the neighboring white cities come together to burn down your entire town, to kill your kids, to destroy your businesses, to kill your family members. Only white people did this, to drop bombs on you. They dropped bombs on that city. I care more about the bombing of Black Wall Street than I do about 9/11. I care more about the bombing of Oklahoma State Capitol building than I do about 9/11, because black people died. Hundreds and hundreds of black people died from that. Even some reports say thousands. But we care about this holiday where the majority white people, that's the only time anything matters that gets exposure, is when it's majority white people who are harmed. If it was mostly Asian people and black people in that building, we wouldn't be remembering 9/11. We just like most people don't know about Black Wall Street, we had to put in TV shows and stuff. I never was taught about it in school. Nobody I asked, nobody I know was taught about it in school. We had to do our own research about it. These people are racist. The racist ones are racist. And I'm just like, it's like a wolf. Like, if it can be a couple of wolves that's cool, okay, but the majority of y'all be trying to eat me, kill me, bleed me dry, kill my kids, so I'm good off of you, okay? I'm not racist, I'm conscious, I'm smart, I'm intelligent. But if you want to call it that, then it can be that. I'm going to live though. So me and mine going to be good. So it's like, okay, I don't want my kids growing up around wolves because of what the majority of them do. Do you not see cops, city officials coming out, being exposed? Like, and you think the ones that are being exposed are the only ones that are? Like, that's for a basic mind to think that. Being recorded saying, oh yeah, I can't wait to sorry these F and N words, and And all these black women, 75,000, disappeared within a few months of each other last year. Nobody made a peep about it. Now CNN nowhere. All these white news channels, only black media, which are so minute. They on YouTube and stuff. They make an impact, but most black people don't know about them. I'm just like, we're not seeing this. We're not seeing this coming from black people. We're not seeing this coming from anybody else. But even come from Asian people too sometimes. But we only seeing this coming from white people. We seeing it from everybody else but black people. Okay, like most of us are so morally compassed and nice and generous and benevolent. We can't imagine why somebody else would be so. We take things at face value. We don't use discernment. We're just trusting. We're willing to trust. Okay, you slap me again, I'll turn the other cheek. You slap me again, I'll turn the other cheek. I'm just keep getting slapped and slapped and slapped. Well, I'm telling you, I say no more slapping. None at all. You slap me in my face, I'm knocking your ass out. That's what I say. And that's what we should all be saying. We should have each other's back. We should stop killing each other. We're gonna kill anybody. It shouldn't be each other. I'll just say that. And we should be training each other not to sell drugs, but to defend ourselves and to fight racism and to how to conduct ourselves as human beings, as black people, with pride in our melanin, with pride to know who was made in the image of God. Every race was made in the image of God. I'm sorry. There was only two people. God created the first people in His image, directly in His image. He never said, "Oh, I'm multicolored. I'm multicolored." No, He never said that. For probably thousands of years, it was just black people. Okay. Then later on, other people came about. Science says that white people are descendants of Neanderthals. Only black people are 100% human. And I'm prone to believe that. And I look at Joe Biden and Trump, and I say, these, like, pictures of them, I'm like, these are like aliens to me. These are like creatures from another land to me, and they say the Neanderthals came out of the Caucasus Mountains. I'm just saying. If you think the science and the facts are racist, then you can think that, but that doesn't change anything. You should still believe it. Now these are based off of actual truths, not made up false things that they try to do for cognitive dissonance, to say that we're less than humans when we're the most human. When we're the most human, okay, DNA-wise, morally wise too, in my opinion. Like, black people were never Nazis. That was white people too. I'm just looking at history. Like, nobody can disprove anything I'm saying. I challenge you to. Like, cut out the name calling and come with some facts to dispute me. You can't. That's why. So, that's hard, I understand. Like, I know white people. Like, I had white associates in the past and stuff, and got along with a lot of them. Just because we know the truth doesn't mean we should be acting condescending or judgmental or anything like that. So that's what they did. So that's why we think that. That's why we think, we can't think that we're the only ones human, even if it's true. We can't think that. We can't think that throughout history they've been shown to be morally corrupt and we haven't been as morally corrupt. We can think that because eventually we'll think that we're superior, and then we'll repeat the same things that they've done and do it back to them, what Terry Crews dumbass was trying to say. But no, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. They'll breed all among themselves. We will never behave like them. After centuries, after being here first, if we haven't done it yet, we won't be doing it. The ones that did that back then were corrupt. Were evil, were being led by demons, okay, by demonic spirits, and that's why they did it. Black people are not like that whatsoever. Even if people feel like they're superior to a cat or another animal, they don't you know, mistreat them just because they feel like they're better than them. But this isn't about being better. This is just about, you know, this is about not being cautious, but what's it called? Self-preservation. This is what this is all about. Self-preservation. If you know, just like, and it's the same thing with hoods or whatever. You know, it's more likely some of them might pop off. Some drugs might be influenced. Some people might. In this hood was gunshots going off every day, so I'm not gonna have my family living there. My black people, Latino people, I don't care who it is, they're more likely to be to die or to get into drugs if they grow up in that environment. So I'm not gonna go there. Okay. In this neighborhood where in the past they kept calling these white people. In this neighborhood they kept calling police on black people. And black people have been getting shot unarmed by the police a lot, by people in this neighborhood calling the cops on them, thinking that they're breaking into their own homes or stealing a bike that's theirs or whatever. So I'm not gonna go to that neighborhood. Like, if these people are continuously doing things, I'm not gonna go there. These black people are corrupted images of God. I'm not gonna go there. Oh, this white neighborhood, they peaceful, they love themselves. It's just beautiful, melanin everywhere. And they haven't had any crime either, like, and they don't really call the police like that. But it's beautiful. Nobody's died in the last 15 years here. Nobody's ever been shot here. What? I'm living here. Like, duh. So it's not even limited to race. Like, that's what my poem was about. Like, I wrote one called Corrupted Image. And it's about how black people, how we're made in the image of God, how we're just different reflections of God. We are the first people who are made in His image. And so, yeah, how through the times and things that we've been through white supremacy and the harshness and the evils visited upon us by demonic spirits and other races of the species, of the subspecies of the human genus, how they have corrupted some of us, and they put us in conditions and environments and circumstances that brought out the worst in us. Which is still, our worst is still not, it just doesn't hold a candle to their worst. I want to just say that people talking about, oh, I'll just get me a white man. No. They're still worse. If we put up the worst thing black people have ever done up to the worst thing white people have ever done, it's no comparison. That's just a clear-cut fact. I challenge you to try it. But yeah, that's all for this video. Said to go off.